So I didn't sleep last night. I cleaned. I just had to clean. So I did. I did a lot of stuff. Been really busy. Well, I vacuumed. I vacuumed a giant bear. It's these little styrofoam pellet things that they put in those horribly cheap stuffed animals, and have this giant panda bear that I didn't want to get rid of. So what I did was slit its neck and unstuffed it. And its little blood pellets have been all over my home for too long, and I couldn't stand it anymore. So now they're vacuumed up, and they're vacuumed out of the washer, and the dryer, and the floor. And while I was over by the washer and dryer, I realized that my my beaded curtains are so fiercely tightly wedged between the washer and dryer that that's crazy. I should have hung those so long ago. I've been here so long, should have hung them. Okay, I've had these beaded curtains. It's two beaded curtains. It's the same exact curtain twice because that's how I did. And I've had these curtains since I was 16, I think. 15 or 16. Might be 15, but I really think it's 16. Anyway, a really long time. It was the coolest thing. We had this half-finished basement, and we got to decide what it was gonna look like. And so we got the beaded curtains, and we got a black light. I still have that black light, and I bet it still works. Let's see. Okay. This is a moment of truth. Oh, I hope it doesn't get stage fright. I'm gonna fucking freak if my black light doesn't come on. Seriously? This black light has worked for 14 years. BRB! Ugh. I have it. Well, I would like to make sure that it's off before I plug it in. And now I'm plugging it in. And now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you. Cause you want to see, right? Yeah, of course you want to see if my black light comes on. Because you care about what I care about. So we're all believing together. Hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. It's just gonna it's gonna be so non-eventful, right? You can't really appreciate it. It makes me look so ugly. It makes me look so ugly. So this is my black light. It's great. It's a really good black light. It's a GE. It's got holes in the back of it so you can mount it, and also little rubber things so it doesn't scuff up your wall. And it has absolutely no serviceable parts inside. So that's it. Wasn't that momentous? Oh, it was so momentous. You're so excited. I can tell. We really we've got like such good hype going for this video, right? Okay, so I was just like telling what I did yesterday. I'm like trying to think about what I did yesterday because I was like, wait a minute, maybe I did sleep last night because I woke up from a really good dream at some point, but it was like 5:30 in the afternoon that I woke up from this really good dream, and I wrote it down. It took like pages, like I wrote like pages, and I was like, I have to write this in like really, really neatly. I have to write in really, really good handwriting because I don't want to like come across this and not be able to read it. Like, do you know how many journal entries of mine are completely illegible? It is completely pointless. Like, don't even bother to write it if it's not legible at this point. But you know, sometimes, like, for the longest time, until very recently, until, like, the last couple of months I've been slacking and not writing down my dreams, like, last 4 months. But, before that, it's been, like, 4 years that I've been, like, whether I want to or not, whether I like the dream, whether it was interesting to me at the time, I write my dreams down. And, like, it's kind of good because I tend to have, like, vision dreams and prophetic dreams, and like looking back, you can be like, oh, whoa, that's like, whoa. But I also have like a lot of rerun dreams. It's like, it's just that dream, except one little thing is different, like it's the same life, except one choice was made differently, and so now there's a little, like, new thing. And then it, like, goes back on the path, and it's like, yep, this is what you do. And it's like, I don't really like to, like, write those down, because I really feel like that's not, like, rerun dreams. I don't know, do you get rerun dreams? Rerun dreams do not impress me. So, yeah, I haven't slept, which is why I'm, you know, wonderful. And, it's so the truth, though. I was really active yesterday, and, so I just, like, I just had this, like, bug up my butt about cleaning, and I just, like, had to do it, and so I, you know, did the vacuuming, and, then it was, like, time to make dinner, and I was just hovering, really. I was just hovering around, like, watching dinner get made, because Sean was making dinner. I wasn't making dinner. I came up with the idea for dinner, okay, because I wanted Taco Bell, and then and of course he was like, no, that's gross, and you don't want that, and you can't have that, and I was like, yeah, you're right, and, like, you know, I don't really want Taco Bell. I want Mexican food. Like, I want, like, affordable, easy, but, you know, I just, like, I'm in the mood for Mexican food, and it's like, well, we can do that a lot better, and so I just had to figure out, like, what I wanted and what could be made, and that was quesadillas. So, quesadillas were made, but in the middle of making quesadillas, I killed a bug on the hood of the stove, and I was like, that concerns me, because that's the third one of those I've killed today. So yesterday I killed 3 of those things, but 2 were by the patio door. So I really didn't think that much of it. But Sean was like, oh, well, let's look to see if there's more, and we looked, and like, whoa, there's a lot of these dead things in our earth, which, if you don't know, diatomaceous earth is like the shit to have. If you live in an apartment, if you live in a home, I don't care where you live or what you do, if your shelves aren't lined in diatomaceous earth, then, like, I don't even know what you're doing, because it is so effective. So effective. I started doing this when I had roaches in my last apartment. Crazy bad roach problem. Like we were, like, sitting on top of the motherfucking nest. So they were, like, the tiniest little, like, baby roaches, even. So, yeah. What was in our cabinet was not roaches. And we, like, found that they had, like, conglomerated in the fennel seed. And we were like, that's really weird. And I was like, you, like, bugs fucking freak me. And this guy freaked out. And Sean was like, go stand over there. Like, don't watch. And he kept, like, looking. And we were cleaning everything. And then he found, like the mother load of them. There was, like, some morsels of dry cat food. And there was an open bag of rice noodles. Because, like, I don't eat much rice at all. And, like, from that, they were just like, oh, and it wasn't, like, as bad as it could have been, obviously, because diatomaceous earth, like, keeps shit in check. So, that was like, ugh, and I was just, you know, like, so escalated, you know, like, I don't know why, but, like, I really get a fight or flight adrenaline stress response when I'm exposed to insectual things, and so I was, like, freaked, and, you know, we ate dinner, and that was okay. But on top of this, you know, like, I don't want to, like, I just, you know, this upset, like, I don't want to say trauma, but, like, this upset, like, I was rocked. I was just rocked a little bit. But on top of this upset, something happened that, like, was really, like, holy, oh my, oh, what is life doing to me? Why is this the worst fucking Thursday I've ever experienced? Which, of course, it's not. But it certainly was not a good Thursday, because while we were making dinner, the cats wanted their dinner, and the 2 cats are tethered in the bathroom, because we have one, like, legit post-traumatic stress disorder cat, and he's just, like, barely hanging on, and, we're trying to separate them, so, the cats are tethered, so they can't run out of the bathroom when we open the bathroom door, okay? And it's not a teeny tiny bathroom, and, like, we're keeping them entertained, and we love our cats, and it's just, like, temporary, right? So they're tethered in the bathroom on retractable leashes, and the leashes are just at a certain length, so that they can't scratch under the door and make their presence known that way and tear up the door, and so they can reach the litter box. So the one cat was, like, really, really excited about food. Like, he heard us making dinner, it was his dinner time. It's their dinner, it's fucking dinner time now. And, and, I guess he had just, like, gone crazy at the end of his tether, and, like, at the, I don't even know. I don't know how. Sean goes into the bathroom and shuts the door, and I just hear, like, oh my god, oh my god. He's just saying, oh my god, like, over and over again. Like, oh my god, what are you? Oh my god, like, what is, oh my god? Like, just repeating that. And I'm like, okay, like, he's not calling for help, but I'm definitely getting the fuck over there, because what? And I go in there, and Foster has, like, completely, like, tourniqueted his, tourniquet? I don't know. Tourniqueted his own legs and his middle. So his guts are being squeezed separately, mind you. Each of his legs is being cut off from circulation, and Sean is trying to hold him. His food is set on the floor, so he's trying to get to his food, just, like, squirming like crazy, and like, I approached the situation, and, you know, I think I was just all burned out from the friggin' bug thing, because, like, I'm, like, not, like, nope, I'm just, like, assessing the situation, and, not panicking at all. Like, I was just, like, absolutely cool, calm, and collected, and, Sean is shaking like a leaf, and, like, not really doing anything, but the leash, like, he was able to tell me, at least, that the leash was not coming off. That it was in a knot. And it was in several knots, and, like, we cannot get those knots out, at all. And the leash is getting so tight on Foster somehow that, like, it's actually getting difficult to even get my finger in there. Like, as he's squirming, he wants the food. Like, if he just, like, set him down to get the food, like, that would have made sense to me, but Sean's still holding them, and Sean just goes, get a knife, and I'm, you know, a knife is a really bad fucking idea with a squirming cat. Like, okay, so we're going to gut our cat. No! I got scissors. I got scissors, and I cut the leash in several places, and it came off of him, and he, seems to be fine. I think he's got a little bit of a limp, so he might be, like, a little bit bruised from it. I don't know. It's just, like, one of those, like, oh, that's so unlucky, but it's really lucky, you know? Like, just like the bug thing, like, I had been in cleaning mode, and we discover these things, like, before they're out of control. They're, like, mostly in the central cabinet where the cat food, the dry food was. We don't do dry food usually. We just had some left over, and, they had, like, radiated a little bit, just like a little trickle, and just kind of trickled to the other cabinets. And, you know, honestly, we don't have, like, open containers and a lot of food stuff for them to get into, so it wasn't a very big deal. I do feel like I want to go back to living in roach mode, where everything is sealed in Ziploc bags, and I would feel a lot more comfortable doing that, because, you know, I spend, like, 4 days down and out on the sofa and can't do jack, and, like, oh my god, the place just, like, goes to shit. and, like, trying to keep up with the kitchen dishes and the vacuuming and the laundry and the clutter, and it's, like, really, really a lot. It's, like, way too much for one person to do, and honestly, it's too much for two of us to do. So, like, our life is really, really overwhelming and stressful. But yesterday was 8 wisdom, and 8 is balance and harmony, and wisdom is, I want to remember, I don't want to look it up. It's, like, connection to, like, ancient ones that have wisdom, and, it's about making luck and being, like, prudent with how you use it, you know, like, and I feel like this, like, yesterday was really one of those days where it's just like, wow, like, this is really super lucky. We found these bugs before they really got out of control. We handled it, like, in a night, and, we rescued the cat before he had to have his legs amputated, or died, or killed the other cat, and, like, that's really great. So, it's just, I was, like, really elevated from that happening on top of the bug thing. So, like, after it's all done, I was, like, wanting a connection, but I'd done something fatally flawed. Had I been wanting a connection, I should not have questioned what Sean was doing. And, the thing is, though, is that this bucket has to be examined, because that's bizarre. Like, he's in peril. The cat is in peril. Our child is in peril, and he's there, aware of the emergency, and he's not calling for help. He didn't call for help. I'm in the house. I was mobile. I was, like, up and doing stuff, like, the whole time he'd been home. I was clearly not down and out. I was, like, there. I was at the ready. Like, he didn't call for help. Like, it's just unfathomable to me, because I just can't understand how somebody would be like, this is, like, freak the fuck out, and it just be so inward that they don't even ask for help. Like, it just really blows my mind, because, you know, it's interesting to examine for one, but, like, that shit can't happen. That shit can't happen again. Like, whatever prevented him from feeling like I'm his partner, or I'm, like, you know, there to help, or, you know, useful, I don't know what, prevented that from happening, but that's got to be fixed, and that's got to be addressed, because that is just a very scary thing. That's like somebody who would just, like, watch someone die and not go for help. Like, not to be cruel, but just because they are so in that trauma moment that they're, like, paralyzed. You know? So that's really scary. And then if he just, like, fucking acted on his own and gotten a knife, oh my god, like, Foster was just... That would not have been good. Opening a knife in the bathroom would not have been good. Like, it was just, like... It was just something that had to be said. I should have waited to say it until he was out of the moment. But I didn't. I said it, like, when it was fresh, because that's when it was, like, fresh with me, that I was, like, realized, like, it, like, occurred to me that, like, would Foster have died if I hadn't have just, like, come of my own volition? So, yeah. He was like, sorry I didn't call for you, and, like, it sound like the way he said it, it was like he thought that I was saying, like, how dare you not need me? I feel so unwanted and unloved. And it's like not like that at all. So I wanted to make that really clear. And it just wasn't good. Like, experiencing something really scary like that, I wanted, you know, that feeling when you come through the scary thing with the person you experience the scary thing with, and it's like, oh my god, oh, we survived, yay! And there's none of that. And I just, like, living with this lack of closeness, this lack of, like, humanity in the human that I cohabitate with is just, like, it's driving me crazy. Like, I really felt like if there could have been, like, huggy, cuddle, like, oh, we went through something, it's okay now, we're in it togetherness, like, I would have been able to decompress from that, I would have been able to get some sleep. But as it was, I was, too freaked out. So, by the by, Big Sky, the Bella Thorne movie on Netflix, so good. So good. I mean, okay, there's been, like, 2 people exactly that have interested me in Disney, like, recently, and that was, Miley Cyrus and, Bella Thorne. And so Bella Thorne is doing great stuff. The Famous in Love is not great, and honestly her lips look weird. Like, if they're trying to, like, contour that shit to make them look bigger, it is not necessary. She is perfect, so stop. But, like, it was really cool to see, like, a motion picture that she was in, and, you know, a role that was worthy of her. So that was just, like, really cool to get to experience that. I was, like, on shaky ground for a while, and then I got online, I was just, like, on Facebook, like, talking about my life. I know, right? And, and then, like, watching some YouTube videos, and, I wanted to, like, talk about Grimm, and, like, tell you, like, how, like, dire this situation with him is, like, at this point, like, I really feel like I just need to be, like, hands off and ignore him and let him come out of his shell on his own, reintegrate into society when he wants to, because, like, some part of him loves us and wants us. When we sit down near him, he comes to us, and he purrs, and he loves it, but he's fearful, like, all the other time. And we just set food down in front of him, and he pooped and peed and curled up in a ball, and it was just like, oh my god. Like, and he's so dirty and gross right now at this point. So, he's very sad. He's not that dirty and gross. I mean, he is dirty, like, he needs to have a bath, and I recognize that the bath might be a little more traumatic, a little more trauma on top of his trying to deal with his post-traumatic stress disorder, and, you know, I'm just really hoping that the cats can, be harmonious again, and, you know, just, like, ignore one another. But it's looking like we need to really seriously, like, consider rehoming Bonsai. And that sucks, because I love Bonsai. I love them all. Like, I wouldn't want to rehome any one of them. But, number one, I am not allergic to bonsai. Like, hardly, like, at all. Like, I've never detected any allergy when interacting with her, at all. Like, even, like, when she, like, bit my arm open, very, very, minor. Whereas, like, a slight little, like, scrape from Grimm is just like, whoa, that's huge and surrounded by hives. Neat! And, it's, like, she's so, like, cuddly and sweet to people, but she's trying to kill Grimm, and, you know, I'm, like, I haven't given up on her yet, because Sean did bring home this rodent thing, and she killed it, and, you know, maybe from the field animal, she got some kind of something, and that's why she has pica so bad, and there's something that can be done about it. Or maybe there's some medication that she can take that would, like, even her out for a while, so she can just develop that, you know, rhythm, and like, let's recreate our rut of harmony, please. Because this discordance is just, it's so hard to live like this. And the cats, like, being like this just really strains Sean and I's relationship, because we've always, like, differed on the cats. And it's been a point of contention for so many years, and, it's difficult for me to not resent them a little bit, because it's like, we would probably be together if Sean hadn't found some other way to get love into his life. So, yeah. Okay, this is probably like a really long video. I usually keep it open so I can keep track of it, and I didn't do that because I'm bad. My foot is falling asleep. I hate that. I can't really sit on the floor anymore. It sucks. Phone is completely dead. God, it's so hard to have good posture. Oh, yeah, the other thing that's really bad is yesterday I did all of that work and I wasn't wearing my back brace. Or even a bra. I know, I really, it just, I don't know what, like, I realized it at some point, and then I was just like, no, just keep going. Like, I just had this, like, blind, like, drive, like, intent, pure as driven snow to continue with my cleaning. Which is ironically removing what, like, maybe could be seen as fake snow. But yeah, I've got to get that stuff vacuumed up, because bonsai will eat it. Bonsai, I say Pika, because that's what I like to say, because Pikachu and Pikachu. But, I think that other people pronounce it Pika, and bunnies! Oh my god! There's bunnies! There's several bunnies! We had so many bunnies and squirrels in our little yard thing out front. It's, like, really sad that there's no cats here to see this bounty of fluffy bun. That was bunny, and then the butt of the bunny. The butt of the bunny bun, butt, bunny bun, butt of the bunny bun, butt, bunny bun, butt of the bunny bun, bunny bun, butt of the bunny bun, bunny bun, bunny bun, bunny bun. Okay, and, cut. What? It's backwards. That's backwards. Wish I knew when I did it, but yeah. So this has been a video. I just, like, I don't know, like, I have energy to, like, make a 20-minute video, but that energy is going to be zapped by making the video, and by the time any friend got here, I would be just, like, not like this. Like, you just have to, like, pretty much, like, be watching me 24/7, and I, like, light up, and then I die, and I light up, and then I die, and, you know, there's just so much beauty all around my life. No, actually, it's, like, really funny. Like, Sean and I are so fucking funny, and we have so much fun. And, yeah. I can't say it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have been Mindy.